Hi everyone, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to make a Christmas card in July to share with you because I'd like to introduce a brand new bundle that's going to be available to you next month only. So it's not going to be in future catalogs. It's a 1-month promotion only, and it's called Blended Seasons. It comes with a set of 2 clear mount stamp sets, or you could get wood mount, and it also has the Stitched Seasons framelits. I love this stamp set because, as the title indicates, it can be used for many different occasions and many different seasons. So let's have fun making a Christmas card. My card base is going to be Old Olive, one of my favorite Christmas colors ever. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it on the 4 1/4 mark, and it's going to be a portrait layout. Now to that, I'm going to add a variety of layers, and what I'm going to do is I've got 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and I've got this holly image from the stamp set. I'm going to use my Jet Black Stays On ink. I love this ink because you can color over it and it won't smear or run at all. So I'm going to stamp this image in the center of each one of these layers for my card. And then I've got something else I'm going to stamp. So ink it up, stamp it down. And then I have a scrap, I'll clean that later. I have a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock I'm going to bring in, and there's this bell image from the same stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that while I have my black ink ready to go. I think that's all I need my ink for. So now that I've got these images stamped, I'm going to color them, and I'm going to use my Old Olive Combo Stampin' Blends and my Real Red Stampin' Write marker. I'm going to color these and then I'll come back and show you the next steps. All right, I have got my images all colored and ready for my next step. This one I'm going to die cut out because one of the framelits in the Stitched Seasons pack matches the bell. I'm going to put these 2 aside, and I've got one more thing I want to do. I have the Merry Christmas phrase from the stamp set. I'm going to ink it up using Real Red. Again, I want everything to be nice and color coordinated. And I'm going to stamp that in the middle of this scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. And now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot and do some die cutting. All right, so you've already seen that I have created the bell image, and I'm going to die cut that out. So I've got my magnetic platform, my bottom standard cutting pad, and then I've got my bell with the framelit around it. Then I've got my Merry Christmas phrase, and this is another one of the framelits in the Stitched Seasons pack. It's really cool because it has these 2 stitched images. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to bring that and center my phrase. Then I also have this bow, which is from the same pack, and I want to die cut it in Real Red. But because it's so intricate, I use some of the adhesive sheets so that I can create a sticker. Let me bring this in a little bit better. So I can create a sticker from the bow. So from that now, I'm going to add on my top standard cutting pad, hold everything in place and run it through my Big Shot. There's my Merry Christmas phrase. Now here's what's really cool about this framelit. You can see that there's this stitched shape around the Merry Christmas image, but look, the other piece that I would normally discard also has a stitched shape around it. So you could actually create some really cool layers using both what we call the positive and the negative pieces. But more on that another time. I have my bell ready to go. And then I have my cute little bow that I will use my paper piercing tool and poke out all of the little bits and pieces so it's ready to adhere to the front of the card as well. Now it's time to assemble everything. I'm going to start with the Merry Christmas image. I know I want that to be in the center of my card, so I'm going to put that down first, and that way I can coordinate everything around it. Okay, so there's the Merry Christmas. Now I'm going to put one of these holly pieces above. I'm going to put it up a little bit high. Okay, and then I'm going to put the second one down below, so it'll frame the Merry Christmas. I think I'll do it this way. Okay, then I am going to take the bell, and I've got a couple of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals that I'm going to use to pop up the bell off the front of my card. Like so. And then the last thing I'm going to do is bring in the bow and attach it, I'll put it up a little bit higher, to the front of my card, like so. Now, one other tip I can give you is we sell this product. It's the best glitter ever. It's called Dazzling Diamonds Glitter. And I like for my Christmas cards or really fancy special occasion cards to add some glitter so that the card will have some shine. So I deliberately didn't color in these little buds, I guess they would be, on the holly stamped image. What I would do, and what I will do after the video is over, I'll add just a touch of glue to each of these little circular sort of buds, and I'll sprinkle on some Dazzling Diamonds glitter, and I'll set it aside to dry. The other thing I could do is I could add another little spot of glitter to the bell, to that little metal piece in the bell, and that will complete my Christmas card. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used in the measurement for all of the cardstock layers, please visit my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. While you're on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I send a free newsletter every week with a project idea you won't see anywhere else. And I'll also share some announcements like this special Blended Seasons bundle that's going to be available next month only. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.